Hey guys, welcome back. It's been a long time between videos. I took a little bit of a hiatus from iRacing for a while, but I'm back and thought I'd ease back into it with a BMW M2 race around Oulton Park. 12 minutes this race, so it's a bit of a short one, but I'm going to try something a little bit different with very minimal commentary during the races. But if you'd like to hear me talk more throughout, let me know. But otherwise, we'll get underway. Completely missing my braking zone here and sending it off into the grass, but managed to get back on track and not lose too much time, thankfully. That was a bit of a weird corner, that last right-hander, because second gear feels like much too low of a gear and third gear just feels like it bogs down a little bit. But it's also worth noting that I went into this race with no practice, no laps done. This was the first time driving this car, so the fact that I was in the top 3 at the moment was a surprise to me. Just shows the dangers of just dipping a wheel onto the grass there. Can very easily cost you the race if you're not careful. That's what happens when you're pushing your car to its limits, or maybe more so the driver's limits, if anything. And there you have it, first place in the first race back after a hiatus. It definitely wasn't the cleanest race on my part, as far as a couple of off tracks there and a couple of missed braking markers, and um, rear-ending first place. I didn't expect him to brake halfway through that corner, so got that front end damage there, but pretty happy with that. You know, it's a rookie class race, this one, and I'm an A license holder, so it's not, you know, it's not like I'm versing other A license holders, but I figured I'd ease back into it with a rookie race. But let's go back and have a look at that overtake for P1 because it felt a lot more intense than it looks, I think, on the camera taken on the outside. But let's go back and have a look at that replay from a different angle. So this is on board from my perspective. So he left the inside open for me there so that he could have the inside for the hairpin. But just the camber of this corner, the car just grips, and I don't think he realised how much speed you can take through that corner. We'll have a look at it from his on board. Sort of side by side. Just holds so much speed around the outside. To be fair, he backs off and gives me the position there, but fair play. We both gave each other the space, got through without contact. One more angle of it. Beautifully done. And here's the results here. So negative 0.71 safety rating, which is a pretty big hit to the safety rating, but we had 11 incident points that race from my off tracks and a couple of contacts, so not the cleanest race by any means, but didn't kill anyone, didn't ruin anybody else's race, so you know, there's small positives there. And 83 iRating gains, so sitting at a pretty low 1099, but I think got to focus on, I kind of go through this, I'll work on my safety rating, so I'll start in the pits and I'll come out last and I'll avoid incident points for a bunch of races and my safety rating will climb, but then you take hits to your I rating because you're not finishing in the, you know, top half of the grid, and then once the safety rating gets up there you want to start going for wins, so you start driving a bit more elbows out and, you know, qualifying and starting at the front and getting involved in the bingles and the first lap chaos, and you know, your I rating climbs, but then your safety rating takes a hit. So just kind of managing that ebbs and flow as we go. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that one. And yeah, let me know in the comments if you want any more commentary or less commentary. And I've got a few videos stacked up ready to go, so I'll hopefully be releasing some maybe on a weekly basis, depending on if I get the time to edit them together. But thanks for watching.